Hey, welcome everyone. Welcome to the Wizards pregame. We got Carter W. Jr. here. I'm Wilson Tarpe Jr. and the Washington Wizards are hosting the Houston Rockets this evening. Um, Cardell, we know the Wizards are coming off a 134-125 loss to the Raptors a few days ago at home. Houston comes into tonight's game having their three-game win streak snapped in Miami, losing to the Heat 115 to 105. The Rockets are currently second in the Southwest Division, 37-22, 5.5 games back behind the division-leading Spurs. Houston is currently third in the Western Conference standings. The injury report: the Wizards will be without Leaky Black, D'Angelo Russell, Cam Whitmore, Trey Young, Anthony Gill, Ali Sarr, and Tristan Vucevic. Houston's without Jabari Smith Jr. Houston will be without Jabari Smith Jr., Jay Sean Tate, Steven Adams, and Fred VanVleet. So, Cardell, as always, my question to you: what are the keys to tonight's game?
It's a tall task tonight, man. Tall task for the Wizards. But we all know it starts with Kevin Durant. Coming home. Every time he comes home, he looks to put on the show. We all know what he is, all-world scorer, one of the best to ever do it. To me, top three in the history of the game. Him, Mike, and Jamar, as far as putting the ball in the basket. He's up there. He's averaging 26.2 points, 51, 39, 88 splits, 5.4 rebounds, 4.6 assists. I'm knocking on the door being a 50, 40, 90 guy, man. But it's not just that he's getting those points, it's how he's getting those points. You can get it from anywhere, all three levels: mid post, low post, pitch post, on the move, spotting up, bringing the ball up, isolation, transition, lob plays, curls, you name it, he can put the ball in the basket. And then definitely get into the line. So the Wizards just gonna have to be, he's one of those guys where you just play fundamentally sound defense, throw different looks at him, throw different bodies, stay physical, and you just live with the results, man. You know what I mean? It's hard to get a guy like this off his game and make him inefficient or limit him. So, but you can't compound it with just being sloppy, undisciplined on defense, because he's going to foul you out. He's going to put fouls on the board, and he's going to light your team up, and he can single-handedly win this game. So, definitely, obviously want to keep him at his average or below and make him inefficient to try to win this game. And then he's also a capable defender, still at his age, man, with his versatility or whatnot, man. So, you got to just, he's a tall, he's a tough cover, man. It is what it is, man. But that don't mean you give in. I mean you come in here defeated. You just do the best you can, and you just try to live with the results, man. Simple as that. Next up, Alperon Sengun, All-Star, averaging 20.2 points, 9.1 rebounds, 6.3 assists, on 49% from the field. Not shooting as well from deep, but he only takes one, little under two a game, so it's not that big of a deal. 29% from deep, and free throw percentage 69%, so just right under 70%. So that's something that the Wizards can try to explore. Main thing with him, offensively, he's a guru with the way he can score all three levels, definitely from the mid and low post. But it's expansion that really separates him. The only big in the league that's better at doing all of it, rebounding, facilitating, and scoring, is obviously Nikola Jokic in Denver. So, you got to kind of, with him in that two-man game with him and KD, it's a tough cover. Goes back to what I was saying about trying to deal with KD one-on-one. You got to be disciplined. You got to communicate. You got to be on the string. Otherwise, it can make tonight a long night. You know what I mean? But the thing with Alperon, defensively, he struggles. So that's something you can try to exploit. Going at him on defense, making him move his feet, isolations. Getting him on the move, making him have to make rotations and move all over the floor, which may tire him out. So he doesn't have the energy to be productive on offense. Sometimes a strong offense is the best defense. And that's something that the Wizards can explore. They like to get up and down with their pace. They got a lot of versatile guys. So as much as Sengun is a mismatch on the offensive end for the Wizards, a guy like Keyshawn or Bilal could be just as much of a mismatch on the other end with him having to guard them. So, it's going to be very, very interesting. Amen Thompson, one of my favorite young players in the league. What else can I say other than he's a defensive menace? He's a defensive menace, man. Averaging 17.3 points, 7.6 rebounds, 5.3 assists, 1.5 steals, 50% from the field. Not that great of a three-point shooter, but he only takes 1.6 a game, and 77% from the line. Look, he's kind of been like a point forward in a sense with his team, kind of facilitating, helping him facilitate, being a secondary ball handler. He does most of his damage on, attacking the basket, transition, lob plays, all ball plays where he can get downhill. That's his specialty. He's also a capable playmaker, super athletic, so he gets up there and rebound as well. But his specialty is on defense. So the guards and the wings, you can't play with him. You see an opening, get to it, get the shot up, live with the result. If you get to playing with him, it's going the other way, and it's going to be a dunk contest. And obviously the Rockets will feed off that momentum, and it'll be a long night for the Wizards, man. So those three, you really have to key in on as the game goes. They also are a very good rebounding team. They're the number one rebounding team in the league. Obviously, that hurts a little bit. You know what I mean? Stephen Adams being out, he's a big part of it, but everybody else is fully capable of rebounding and picking up the slack. Averaging 48.2 rebounds a game. So the Wizards got to rebound. They got to defend, and they got to rebound. If they defend and the Rockets keep getting offensive rebounds and second and third chances at it, it can get ugly real quick, man. So, you know what I mean? They got to rebound. They also got a lot of high-flying wings, long, athletic wings, and bigs that are capable of blocking shots. So if the Wizards drive, they got to go in there ready to dunk and make a statement, going in strong, nothing soft. If they do those things, they give themselves a chance to win.
And like you said, the last thing you want to do against Houston is turn this ball over. Like you said, it's going the other way immediately. And then Washington just on the glass, man. We've seen at times this year in those games where that margin is heavily favors the other team. Like you said, it leads to really long nights. As you mentioned so eloquently at the beginning of the game, all the different ways Kevin Durant can hurt you. Second chance opportunities for Houston are huge for them. Last person you want getting clean looks after offensive rebounds is Kevin Durant, just to be honest. Washington also has something to keep an eye on. Houston doesn't always start fast, so take advantage of it. Like you said, getting Şengün in actions, trying to tire them out. But yeah, see how things play out this evening. Those are the keys to the game what Cardell just shared with you guys. We'll check in you guys afterwards for Wizards Outlook as always. I appreciate y'all. Enjoy the game.